Hello everyone, I'm back with my next video on the poem The Outsider, and the poet is not named here, so it is anonymous. Let us quickly read the summary of the poem so that we understand it better when we read the poem. In this poem, the poet shares with us the feelings and emotions of a differently abled person with special needs. Differently abled person means a handicapped person. The poet says that handicapped people are always expected to behave well, sit on their wheelchair, and not to roam here and there. They are expected to just keep smiling and never express their grief. They are expected to maintain saint-like calm and patience even if there is turmoil within them. Turmoil, any type of disturbance, anxiety or tension in their minds. The poet beautifully describes the pain of a differently abled person by saying that neither can they express themselves nor are they expected to. The poet strongly feels that these people can understand everything going on around them. So he urges us not to ignore or avoid them, but to shower them with love and care, talk to them and listen to them, give them our precious time because that is all they need and long for. The poet says that as these people are also God's children, like all of us, we should respect and love them as they also have a life in them and a desire to live happily. The theme of the poem is the empathy we must have towards the handicapped or the differently abled people. They do not look for our sympathy, but just a little understanding that though they are different, they do have minds and ideas of their own. Here is the poem. The poem is written in blue and the meaning of the poem or the paraphrasing is in red. As I read each stanza, I'll read the explanation along with it. So let us start. I'm handicapped and wheelchair bound, expected to sit and not make a sound, just to smile and let the world go by with saintly patience and never sigh. In the opening stanza, the differently abled person who is bound to the wheelchair talks about how he is expected to sit patiently like a saint and smile at everyone who passes by in resigned silence. Stanza 2. Inside my head, thoughts come and go. Ideas are born which long to flow from my lips and link me with others. But words sound strange, so no one bothers. Here the poet talks about ideas and thoughts that are born in his mind as although he is a handicapped, but he can think like a normal person. People, however, do not seem to understand his speech, and so no one bothers about him. Stanza 3. My tongue and lips do not, as I ask, I cannot perform the simplest task, but I have a mind and I'm still there. Don't lock me out in your ignorance there. In the third stanza, the poet requests people. He says, although the poet has no control over his actions and speech, he tells us that he does have a mind of his own and asks us not to exclude him, just because in our ignorance we think he can't think for himself. He wants people to not make him an outsider. Stanza 4, and this is the last stanza. Talk though, I seem not to understand. Touch me, include me, hold my hand. I am alive and I have time to give. Let me share in the life I was given to live. In the closing stanza, it is an open invitation from the poet to talk to him, touch him, share with him the life he has been given to live. He wants people to love him and to spend time with him. It's a very, very touching poem. The feelings of a handicapped person has been brought out here, what he feels like. It is our duty to give them time. They are also God's children. They are also as precious as we are. We need to love them, give them importance, give them our time, share their feelings, try to understand them. So let us quickly start with the question and answers. The question 1. There is a table in your book where you are supposed to fill things that the speaker can't do. So the answer is, the speaker cannot speak properly. The speaker cannot perform the simplest tasks. The speaker cannot share his ideas with others. The speaker cannot connect with others. Things that others expect him to do. Let us see what the answer is. The speaker is expected to merely sit silently. The speaker is expected to just smile and let the world go by. The speaker is expected to have saintly patience. The speaker is expected to never sigh, as in show that he is disappointed or sad. Question 2 is, what does the speaker expect of others? The answer is, the speaker, that is the handicapped boy, expects others to let him voice his ideas. He expects them to connect with him. He expects them to include him instead of just locking him out in their ignorance. He expects them to talk to him, touch him, hold his hand, and let him share in the life that he was given to live. Reference to context questions. We have an extract here and then there are question and answers that follow. Let us quickly read them. I am handicapped and wheelchair bound, expected to sit and not make a sound, just to smile and let the world go by, with saintly patience and never sigh. This is the first stanza of your poem. Let us quickly read the question and answers. What does the speaker do all day? The answer is, sitting on his wheelchair, the speaker watches the world go by. He sees people do their regular course. Question B. What do others expect him to do? Others expect him to merely sit silently and smile. He is expected to have a saintly patience and never show that he is disappointed or sad. Question C. Why is he wheelchair bound? The answer is, the speaker is wheelchair bound because he is handicapped. Second extract, and this is the second stanza of your poem. Inside my head thoughts come and go, ideas are born which long to flow from my lips and link me with others, but words sound strange, so no one bothers. Question A is, what ideas come across the speaker's mind? The answer is, new ideas cross the speaker's mind which long to flow and connect him to others. Question B. Why does nobody bother? The answer is, nobody bothers because the speaker's words sound strange due to his disability. Question C. What is the mood of the speaker? The answer is the speaker is feeling sad and dejected. Dejected means very neglected, left out. Let us quickly see two extra questions that I have for you. Question 1. What is the message being conveyed in the poem? The answer is the message being conveyed in the poem is that we should not behave any differently with differently abled people. We should not exclude them from our lives. They are as human as we are, and no disability can change that. They have hopes, ideas, and dreams too. We should behave normally with them. Our hesitance and discomfort hurt them. We should not shun them away. Second extra question is, in the first stanza of the poem, the people expect the speaker to do certain things. Do you think it is fair? Do you think it is right? Why or why not? The answer is, it is certainly not fair that people expect the speaker to just sit in a corner, smile and let the world go by. He is as much a human as anyone else. And humans laugh, cry, think, express, scream, feel tired and get angry too. It is not fair that the speaker is expected to be any different just because he is a handicapped. Let us quickly see the figures of speech. Visual imagery. The poet uses visual imagery in the poem, the specific use of words to create an image in the reader's mind. For example, handicapped and wheelchair bound. This phrase definitely makes us imagine, have a visual imagination of a child on a wheelchair, a handicapped child on a wheelchair. The second figure of speech is rhyme scheme. The poem has regular rhyme scheme and it is AABB. I hope this video was really helpful to you. In case you have any query, anything that you have not understood, please put it in the comment section. I will definitely get back to you. Do take good care of yourself. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye.